morning. My name is Arnold Ambundo. I work for ACT Alliance. ACT Alliance is a coalition of faith-based and church-based organizations with a membership of 155 members across the world, working in over 100 countries, implementing humanitarian development and advocacy work of the Alliance. When you talk about development, is where the SDGs part of our work comes in, and members are involved quite a lot in the area of SDGs as we discuss now. Yeah, as a membership organization, meaning we are made up of different members. We focus on pretty much all the SDGs. We particularly for this is goal 13 on climate action, where we, together with our members or together with a broader churches, focusing on how do we best tackle the impacts of climate change. But apart from that, members are also involved on issues around gender equality and our gender justice program. They are also involved in issues with fighting poverty, reducing inequalities. Also on Goal 7 on issues around energy, renewable energy. As you all know, how fossils are contributing to the climate change scenario that we're witnessing. We're also generally concerned about issues around life underwater and life on land. So I'll sum it in a way that makes it look like we are pretty much involved in all the SDGs and the linkages between the 17 goals to ensure that we have a better world for all of us. Yes, Vnr is a very important process because it's a process that first of all brings all stakeholders to give their input and support in terms of what they are doing in terms of implementing the SDGs. So Vnr is a platform that brings everyone on board basically to support. Secondly, I think it gives all stakeholders an opportunity to, reality check on where are we, what is the status, what is the status now in terms of implementing SDGs. Vnr also is a process that, or is a platform that enables all the stakeholders basically to come in and give in their best practices, their challenges, and ways forward in terms of ratcheting up implementing the SDGs. So it's very, very, very important process, and we are glad that civil societies are involved in this as a form of checking what governments had committed to way back in 2015. I've seen quite a lot of progress and impact and best practices. One is the fact that there's growing recognition of the impacts of climate change globally. In Kenya, we've seen droughts, we've seen flooding, we've seen malaria cases in counties as a result of weather. We've seen displacements, we've seen conflict in the country because of fighting over resources, scarce resources. There are also food security challenges in the country because of climate change. So the fact that as a country we are acknowledging that climate change is really causing a lot of impact in almost all sectors that we have talked about: energy, power reduction, and all those kind of activities. Yes, scale up is actually a must even in this whole SDG business. Yeah. And for climate change, yeah, we are calling on the doubling of efforts towards increasing climate ambition. If you've been following or for those who've been attending climate change meeting scopes like ACT Alliance and personally myself, we realize there have been calls for increasing climate finance, increasing the commitments, increasing the political leadership towards ensuring that we achieve the goals that we set as they are outlined in the Paris Agreement. And what we keep saying is if we don't climate proof our development, then we are likely not to achieve basically the goals. And we take climate change goal as one of those that will enable achievement of many other goals. So the best practice also we've seen young people coming on activism led by Greta Thunberg, which is a best practice actually, young generation or youth asking leaders to account and commit to climate ambition. And the fact that the world, the philanthropists, the richest guys are committing to climate change is proof enough of best practice going forward in terms of achieving the SDGs, but more importantly, tackling climate change. Yeah, challenges have been varied. Of course, one of the biggest challenges is the needs versus resources. So we understand the needs of climate change, of addressing climate change in terms of lack of funds, in terms of weak capacities, in terms of vulnerabilities. So the needs are more versus the resources are available. So the resourcing bit of it has been the biggest challenge. The other challenge that I've seen is the fact that we are not doing much in terms of the activities or the projects that are being rolled out and how those projects are impacting on communities. So I think there's much more that needs to be done in terms of ensuring that our various interventions or programs or projects that translate directly into the impacts the communities are facing. The other part is just the whole stakeholder. We sort of seem to be having ad hoc, fragmented, coordinated approach to projects. So where a scenario where we are able to bring we share our projects together and we communicate among our players so that we are not having a silo approach towards development work. So I think once we break the silos, once we're able to coordinate things better, once we're able to be effective and use our resources wisely, to the benefit of the communities who are the front line of climate change, will be the ideal best case scenario. Yes, the areas of evidence-based sort of programming, and that ties up to the impact that we're seeing in communities. Yeah. The issue of coordination, for example, in Kenya, we understand, such as the government, the ministries have been trying to coordinate various stakeholders, and even within the government itself, we still see lack of coordination in terms of even the programs that are coming through, what the government is doing. Probably the civil societies in Kenya don't get to know, and it ends up being almost a very embarrassing situation where when it comes to processes like Vnr, you hear the government committed to be doing this, but the CSOs have different views about the reports and the commitments, or even the results that are being reported. So coordination has been a challenge, and going forward, I think we need to move forward in terms of enhancing that coordination between both at government level, but also within the stakeholders. I think we're also not doing very much in terms of our laws or our policies or our frameworks. For example, in the country, we've never had a comprehensive law on disaster risk management. That has been pending for long. The Climate Change Council has never sat since it was formed. So these are actually key processes that are not being worked on, that if we get it right, we unlock a lot of benefits. And lastly is the role of counties in terms of this. So there have been very varied success. Some counties are very advanced in terms of putting laws in place and measures in place towards this climate change and disaster risk reduction. Others are still not yet there. So I think we need to strengthen counties in terms of their work on climate change and disaster risk reduction. Yes, private sector plays a key role in this whole discussion around SDG, and more importantly, climate change. Yeah. We've seen lots of investments put in by private sector or private entities in terms of financing the work of climate change or even SDGs. We've seen lots of innovations that have been led, initiated by private sector in terms of climate change by private sector. For example, when you talk about renewable energy, the mitigation goal or aspects of climate change, we've seen lots of solar panels or renewable energy processes and plants being put in place by private sector. Private sector have the expertise, they have the technologies, they have the best people to work around in terms of achieving these goals. So the private sector role is larger than just financing, and we need to ensure that we have coordinated and effective engagement strategies with the private sector.